Hi, so today we're going to have a look at some exercises to help you rotate in your swing. A lot of my clients ask for help with this, and these are some of the exercises that I like to use. So first up, we're going to look at some upper body ability, and we're going to start with some T-spine rotations. We're going to reach up the wall, and then we're going to go into some half kneeling open books. So if you have your hands up here, I keep this knee against the wall, and I'm going to rotate in, and then I'm going to try and slide my arms up the wall as much as I can. Come back down, rotate to here, and I'm going to stretch out to here, and I'm going to open up as much as I can. Hold for a couple of seconds, and then come back in. I'm going to go back into this position, rotate into the wall, up, back down, to here. I'm going to stretch out, and then we're going to open out here, making sure I'm keeping this hip in contact with the wall when I'm doing it. So next up, we're just going to use this strap, and we're going to work on our hips coming through. So it's going to go on my shoulder, it goes around my back first, and then I spin, and then it's coming around my front, so it's pulling me into the cable that way. I'm going to get into sort of a golf posture here, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to let it take me into my backswing, and then through, and drive those hips through. So there's a little bit of weight on this, so it's making my hips work a bit more than if I was just practicing with a golf club. I'm really thinking about posting up onto that leg and getting the weight through. Obviously, if you wanted to make it harder, you would add more weight to the cable. Once again, sort of about 15 on one side. Make sure you switch sides and do your less dominant side as well. So next up, we're going to use the barbell in a landmine connection. And we are going to be rotating through and trying to get some real power through our upper body as well. So it's not just about the hips, we're going to fire the upper body too. So we're going to start with the hand nearest the landmine on, and then we're going to come up, switch hands and rotate. When we're rotating, we're trying to clear the hips through. We're posting up onto this leg, so our weight is through this leg, and we've transferred the weight across. So we're going to start here and bring it back down, control. You can obviously do this without any weight on the bar. You can add more weight on the bar. I would suggest having a weight where you can get a little bit of power into it and not being so heavy that you're having to slowly press it, because the aim of this one is a little bit more speed, a bit more power. If you do between 8 and 12 reps on one side, obviously then switch and do the other side as well. So next up, we're going to use either like a wall ball or a medicine ball, and I quite like any kind of shovel pass, so whether we're doing it from the shoulder or whether we're doing it slightly lower, they're all really good for your golf and rotating your hips through. So I'm going to start with my feet together, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to step, throw. And you can try and get as much power as you can through that, and I'm really trying to clear my hips through as I do it. Obviously, when you do it, make sure you do both sides. So even if you're right-handed, do your left-hand side as well. Do sort of 10 to 15 on each side, and then switch and just try and get as much power as you can through that ball. Next up, we've got some ball slams, but we're going to do some rotation with them. So I've shown you before some where we slam them straight down. I've shown you some one-legged ones as well. Today we're going to rotate with them. The idea is that the hips should have rotated before I release the ball. So we're going to start here. I'm going to take the ball round. My hips should have rotated before I slam the ball down. So from here, round hips, and then slam. okay? So I would do 10 on one side, then 10 on the other side as well. And as I said, just try and make sure those hips are through before you slam the ball, so it's going your hips and then your arms. So they were just a few exercises that you can do to help with rotation. You can add those into your workouts. Let me know how you get on. If you like this video, you can check out some of my other videos on the Precision Golf YouTube channel. And hopefully I'll see you next week.